This assignment is our Sculptfab final project and reflection. Again, if you miss any presentations, click Projects and Reflections, Files, go to the project that you want to look at, and the PowerPoint that we looked at in class should be there. All right, so for our Sculptfab project, you have two options. You can either create a piece that is a narrative, so it tells a story, or create a Sculptfab that has meaning to you. That means it could represent an object or a thing, or it could be abstract and just sort of using design elements. It's really up to you, as long as you can talk about it in your reflection about what it means. And you can click this YouTube link for an example. Your second option is to make a model. So you can try to recreate a piece based off of another object, scene, or character. And again, there's a YouTube link that'll give you a good example of that. I've had students make comic book characters. I've had students choose items from their home, everyday items like keys, contact cases. It's just the option where you want to choose any object and try and recreate it with this cool program. So you just have to pick one of the two. So what are we doing exactly? Well, this is our Sculptfab. This is sort of a practice project because it's not a common assessment, but it still is our first project. So you need to create a piece and screenshot it or take a photo of it like I showed you in the Sculptfab practice video. Then you need to upload it with a reflection, which I'll show you in a second. And then you need to do the Sculptfab critique, which is the Sculptfab critique Flipgrid video that I posted if you don't know how to do that. So these three things are a part of this project. Lastly, this is just a little preview of our rubric we're going to use for most projects, because on your reflection, you need to highlight which score best accurately describes your work. So let's say you finished your project and you have the screenshot saved and you want to submit it. Well, the way you do that is you go to our general page, click Assignments, then click Sculptfab Final Project and Reflection. Again, different from Sculptfab Practice. This is Sculptfab Final Project. You're going to open it up. Then you're going to submit whatever screenshot you have of your project, as many as you'd like to show it off the best that you want it to be, but the minimum is 1. Then you're going to answer these 4 reflection questions. I want complete sentences, and the first one should be 2 to 3 sentences when you explain the inspiration, meaning, what your project is. So once you answer these 4 questions completely, then you're just going to go to this rubric and highlight what you think you deserve for each category. And you go through and highlight those. And once you've done that, you just click Turn In, and you're done with our first project of the semester.